Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Allison Cruz, and as night falls over the Obsidian Fieldlands, I'd like to welcome you back to the late night edition of Pokemon Legends Arceus, where we are ready and raring to go. I didn't actually spend a whole lot of time after we left off doing other things, so we're more or less the same as far as that stuff's concerned, but I am going to go and talk to this man here who will allow us to basically rest, change up any of our Pokemon, and do some shopping. I don't remember if we went over that in the last part, but we can switch in some of our characters here, and I think because we already have a Bidoof, and I said I was going to switch one in for Wurmple, let's see if we can find a decent one. Because this one's pretty good. I like it. It's level 2, but its EVs are good. And you can see by that number on the inside there. This might actually be our best bet. I'll go with that since it's closer to evolving. And for Bidoof number 2, I'm sorry to say, gonna kick you to the curb for, let's say, Pichu, I think. This would be a good one to just kind of have, just sort of passively level up as we go. I usually like having a Weasel in there sometimes, but hopefully one of these will be big enough to satisfy the urge of a guardsman. And from here, I don't know that we can tell, but hopefully one of them is big enough. So there we go. And like I said, not a whole lot of level ups or anything after that. So once we speak to Laventon, things are going to be slightly different. Oh, hey, way to notice my crafting kit. Oh, I also need to mention, because it's night, there are now going to be new Pokemon sort of going around that are more nocturnal. And so I specifically avoided doing anything into the night. So I just wanted to make sure not a lot gets spoiled on that front until the next time we come out and it's night. So we have quite a bit of stuff ahead of us that I'd like to do for this recording session. I actually recorded part 1 of this earlier today, so if I get a second one done, then that's nice. But like I mentioned before, you get better combos and stuff the more sort of research tasks you complete on a single run without returning or making, you know, waves with Laventon. So he'll update the Pokedex, and this is where you can see how far you are in getting each specific Pokemon's entry to level 10. And like I said, that's all you need in order to completely level it up. But you can max it out technically. So if you see that Pokeball to the right of them, that means they're fully leveled up in their research, and we no longer have anything to do with them. Unless you really want to. But we got Starly, which is good, so we could probably go and speak to somebody about that. And there was someone who wanted Kricketot, but we have yet to see that Pokemon or that character. And luckily for us, we do get to perfect the right rank, but we do have to meet in with Captain Silene. And yeah, you have to every single time. Yep, it's about time I earned myself a star. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's pretty easy to just switch between night and day just by talking to that guy or taking a rest, because you can sleep for a little while, you can sleep into the night, you can sleep until early morning. It's just pretty open and self-explanatory. All right, so let's go speak to you because you had something I want. Oh yes, the completed Starly entry. Oh, she's like, I've been waiting all my life for this delicious information. So yes, they do have different appearances depending on whether or not they're male or female. And so, in case you were wondering, I guess, yes, incredible markings on their forehead. All right, so she wants to touch a Starly. Sure, why not? I'll go ahead and give you the puniest one I have. Sometimes you do need to have it in your actual party. So when they let you just pick it out of your box, that's really nice too. This is a good Starly. Holy smokes, look at those EVs, man. That one's like almost as good as the one that I have in my party right now, if not like slightly better. Look at like that health. This is a useless Starly. What the hell, man? Might as well just give you the one in my pocket. You know what? Sure, why not? Why not? There you go. I am impressed at the state of that level 4 Starly or whatever it was. Yes. So this is one of the instances where she will actually keep the Pokemon you give her, so be careful. And oh no! Oh, she's okay. Just looking is fine for her. Yeah. Well, you are very welcome, ma'am. This Starly was kind of a bee to grab. But certainly has served me well, and for that she gives me 10 Pokeballs. It's not bad, probably made up for the ones that I wasted. Toma. It's amazing that Captain Silene has acknowledged your potential. Oh, you were talking to me and not, okay, that's fine. So we've also managed to grab ourselves a Wurmple. And if we speak to Beauregard, he will go ahead and take one. And again, I'll give him probably the puniest of the bunch. This level 2 female Wurmple is yours to cherish forever, my friend. Let this runt of the litter be your Ori. Perfect, because Ori was a runt of the litter, and he actually had a very poor diagnosis, or prognosis, I guess, when we adopted him, but no, we basically saved his life, so that's fun, you know? Okay, so which of these do you like best? Beauticia, Beautifred, or Bugene, or Bogene? I don't know. I think Beauticia is just like hilarious, but Beautifred for the female Wurmple, sure. Yeah. You're welcome. A splendiferous Beautifly. And Wurmple can certainly evolve, so for that, he grants us Dazzling Honey. Cool, we'll be able to pick a bunch of those up in the future, but let's go talk to Silene before she gets mad at us. And don't worry, your experience does carry over into the next rank. You just don't necessarily reap the benefits of it immediately, so. All right, so our Pokedex, not bad. 7 catches, 9 looks, so that's good. Oof, and then we can go and take a look at some of these. Ponytail, we'll still have to do a couple more. Probably the sighting is what's going to push us over the edge on that, or I could just defeat a couple more, but yeah. Like I mentioned, I'll try to keep this mostly to off-screen stuff so that we're not just constantly grinding, but there you go. You made progress. Yes, I have. Please and thank you. Nope. So, with this, we have officially attained the rank of 1st star. It's so triumphant. And now we can use heavy balls, and as we progress through the ranks, we will be able to craft more things, and Pokemon of higher levels will obey our orders reliably in battle. Plus the rewards for our survey reports will be more generous now too. So make sure you check in with Laventon every so often. And then she will begrudgingly hand us this recipe for heavy balls. Now, we need black tumblestones, and those are going to be extremely important because they're going to be a mainstay of basically all of the balls you'll be creating for the rest of the game. And heavy balls are fantastic. I actually like those a lot. And revives, of course. I usually will only carry like a handful of them in my satchel, but that's fine. All right, I am a hard worker even though I came from the sky. And yes, you can judge things based off face value, especially if it's one that looks like yours. Okay. A higher rank will grant you access to more types of Pokeballs and greater rewards. So definitely incentive to continue going. But that does it with, I believe, mission number 4, which is kind of great actually. But I've earned myself a meal at the Wallflower and a good night's rest. Yeah, you're telling me. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, man. Oh, but hey, I guess we're gonna have ourselves a meal at dawn. So, Allison, my boy, I believe a jolly good congratulations is in order. Well done on earning 1st star rank. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I looked it up. It's pronounced mochi, so potato mochi. Yeah. Although I don't know how you pronounce it in Korean, but I'm assuming they're going off the Japanese dialect, so. Mochi it is. The people of Jubilife aren't too familiar with Pokemon, so if problems arise, Survey Corp gets called to help. Yeah. So we're basically the security, the job security, and also the providers of this village. So, yeah. Well, anyways, Akari thinks that I can go and do her dirty laundry because it requires battling Pokemon. But this was a request that came from Mai of the Diamond Clan. Or May, I'm pretty sure it's Mai. But the people of the Diamond Clan have lived here in Hisui since before the Galaxy team arrived. So maybe we should probably try to establish some good relations with them, learn more about the Pokemon in that regard. But yes, let's go ahead and do that. Just a nice little rest. And clean some dishes too. Just put it on my tab, don't worry about it. However, the next day, I guess it just fades from black. What do we got? Yes, just smile, laughing, nodding head. All right, so there's something she could use our help with. Right now, I just woke up. Can I just go grab a coffee first, maybe? All right, as your superior, I order you to help me. All right, first off, lady, listen. I am 15 years old, so you can't tell me what to do. Okay, so she'll be waiting for us at the training grounds. If you've caught a lot of Pokemon, you may want to visit the pastures to change them. So one of the things that I found to be kind of annoying as far as things are concerned is changing out your parties while in Jubilife Village. You have to go all the way over here to the pastures to switch them out. You have an item box in your house, and you also have an item box right over there, and those are pretty easily accessible. This one is a little bit more out of the way than I would like to admit. So let's go and speak to the woman who houses the Pokemon here at the pasture. It's Marie. Okay, so this is where we can switch things up. I am actually going to switch the Starly out because we don't really need it anymore. And also this one is pretty good. But because Weasel is going to be one of those Pokemon that we're probably going to want to start leveling up their research tasks, I think this would be pretty decent to start with now. So I think I'll probably just go with this one, honestly. And then we'll just leave it in the back, you know. And every so often we'll go and throw it out and it could, you know, do its own attack and things like that. And we'll level it up. But once we start getting stronger Pokemon, I'll be kicking some of these other ones to the curb. Cool, thank you. And while we're out here, we might as well make it a point to kind of see what else is here. There is certainly somebody at the far, far edge of town that we can talk to. And he is gonna want a Buizel, a big boy Buizel. And whether or not I have one remains to be seen, but here we go. Bwee. Can Pokemon of the same species really come in different sizes? Dude, this is like basic ass physiology. I know the professor said so, but I won't believe it until I see it with my own eyes. This guy is a piece of work. We're putting our lives into his hands. Come on, Dorian. Yeesh. Okay, so we need to make sure we give him a big Weasel that is larger than his here. And I don't know if we have one. We might. I don't think we can see it from this screen, but I'm just gonna assume maybe it's this one. Maybe I can check the summary, but he has to keep it. Yeah, okay, so bigger than 2'8". Interesting. Okay, well, let's try this one. Okay, so that's 2. Uh-oh. This is bad. I didn't see any particularly large ones. Please tell me this one is big enough. Please? No, I don't have one. All right, that's fine. We'll do it eventually, but just know that he's there and you will just have a grand old time just comparing the size of his Weasels. Don't worry. So people are creating stuff here, and we also have a farm. I'm not the biggest fan of the farm, and eventually we'll probably get a mission to, you know, give them a Pokemon that can help graze the fields, but I don't think we have any. You might need just like a fighting type of some kind, or like a Geodude, just like, I don't know. We'll find one eventually, but for right now, here's the training grounds, and this place is actually surprisingly helpful. I didn't realize it until much later in my playthrough, but you definitely want to come to this place as soon as you can. All right, what do you got for me? Thanks for coming. I know you're busy and you can't help me out. Drop everything you're doing. But she wants to learn the fine arts of a battle. Also, she's had an epiphany. That's a relatively large made-up word. Is everything all right? Just kidding. Obscure reference is very obscure. So, we might not get along perfectly because I'm mean, but gotta work together to complete the Pokedex. Your partner? You have a Pokemon? I guess she must. But of course she does. And it's Pikachu. Oh, it's so cute. Look at it. It's so bright. Jeez, it's hurting my eyes. Yeah, when we were attacked by those Shinx, I got too scared to think straight. I couldn't handle battling as a team. Good God, somebody get this woman some therapy. Like, the poor soul. Anytime she looks at her best friend and partner Pikachu, all she can think about is a Shinx, like, exploding lightning all over her. That's traumatizing, man. Well, anyways, she saw what we go through with our Pokemon, and she wants to replicate it, so it's time to have a battle. And I forgot to switch Oshawott out of my top slot. Great. All right, Survey Core Akari has challenged us, and it's Pikachu, who was just outside of its ball, but went inside to make it cool. So I'm thinking I should probably switch Oshawott out, but it's level 9. I am getting Thunder Waved. That's cool. Love getting started off like that. All right, well, I learned Swords Dance. Not ever really going to use it, so let's stick with Aqua Jet, and hopefully we can get something here. Not get caught by paralysis. Nice. Well done. Another shock. Come on, tank it. Okay. It's unable to move. I'm actually going to go ahead and switch. I'm pretty sure Bidoof can probably take it out. Wurmple, probably not so much, or even Shinx. Was I going to switch out my Shinx for another one, or was it Starly? I don't know. I already forgot. Let's go with Bidoof. Give him a little bit of time in the sun. My sweet baby Bidoof. There you go. Finish him off. If your Pokemon faints after having been in battle, it will not get any experience. So I don't know if that needed to be said, but just for your information. But of course, Bidoof gets a little shocked in place. This is not good. All right, one more. Come on, Bidoof. There you go. Oof, nice. All right, come in and clutch. Battle decided. Point Bidoof. Yeah. Oh, she looks so pretty when she smiles. Ooh, lots of nice levels there. Cool. Thank you for battling us. Could be wrong, but for a moment I felt like Pikachu and I finally understood one another as I cradled it in my arms as it closed its eyes for the last time. Just kidding. Oof, that was dark. Biga. All right, she was wrong, but she'll work as a team more. And on top of that, yeah, gotta bridge some gaps. Maybe take Pikachu to therapy, that's all. So the game is now gonna start teaching us about types, which I didn't want to baby you into thinking that you didn't know what the typing system worked in this, but here's a wonderful graph that you can use to feast your eyes upon the weaknesses and strengths of each type correlating against each other. We have some that are super effective, not so effective, no effective, so it can be interesting, but for the most part, the game makes it easy to sort of determine what attack you should use. And hello, sweetheart. The name's Zizu, captain of the security corps. If you sing that Zooby Zooby Zoo song, I swear to God, I'll drop kick your head off. Okay, well, she's a master of ancient martial arts, one that specializes in Pokemon battles. See, I'm not exactly following the timeline here because I thought we were in those ancient times, but apparently even the battles then required some expertise. I don't know. So, like I explained last time, there's strong style, which will deal more damage but take longer for your Pokemon to act, or you can use the agile style, where your move will have less power, but generally your Pokemon will act more quickly afterwards. In my experience, this rarely ever works, so I just will never use agile unless the research task asks for it. So, and depending on a certain situation, if you think you can like eke out a win, then it's certainly within your best interest to just go and use the strong style and get it over with. So yeah, it uses more PP than usual, and yeah, we already know how it goes. Oh, one more thing, if you want to teach your Pokemon some powerful moves, just let me know. Absolutely, Zizu's teachings should serve you well when you're up against tough Pokemon. Now it's time to meet Mai. Yeah, so you did talk about it last night at the Wallflower, and she's right past the foot of Aspiration Hill, so we should come and, if you want to, learn some new moves from Zizu. So a request from Mai. This is a mission I would like to hopefully finish off here, if not only to unlock the mystery gifts, because some of those have expiration dates, you know. So here at the training grounds, we can master new moves, and you can choose what exactly you want to do here. So mastering moves, not a big fan. Like I mentioned, you kind of do that on your own, just by battling normally. So if you check out your new moves, this is basically the TM system at play. I can't really speak for the efficacy of like more recent Pokemon games and how you learn TMs in those games. I'm more of the old school, you find one on the ground and you use it once. But if you want, you can see what moves certain Pokemon can get. For example, Kazu here can learn some of this stuff depending on how much you want to pay for it. But I think I'm actually okay for the time being. I'm kind of looking at Aerial Ace. That might be all right for being a move that doesn't miss, but we already got Aqua Jet, so I'm not worried about that. On the other hand, Shinx, who I do plan on making a somewhat permanent party member for the time being, we are going to go ahead and maybe learn, I want to say Ice Fang. for whatever reason, I chose this for like on my first playthrough, and it served me so well. So let's go ahead and learn it. Absolutely. Here we go. Hiya! Just gonna go and karate chop this move into Shinx's face, and his pool of moves have increased. Nice. And it's relatively cheap too. I just don't know why you would spend $1,500 to learn baby doll eyes, you know? And then I guess for some of these, you can just learn some really bizarre moves that you wouldn't expect, but it has to be level appropriate. So it definitely feels a little bit more like Pokemon Stadium in that sense. Like imagine going up against a Bidoof and he knows Stealth Rock, you know? Like Jesus, man. But I'm out of here. I'll maybe touch up their moves in private by myself without anybody watching, and we'll be fine. Also, this lady just kind of spawned out of nowhere. Simona actually heads the... Oh no, this is the merit points. Okay, let's not spoil this quite yet. I thought you had the charms. So merit points are extremely annoying. We'll get into that when we talk about mystery gifts. But if you speak to this older woman, the Shrine Guardian, this is Lucille. She sells various protective charms that come in handy when you're out exploring the wilds. Early on in the game, this could certainly help kind of turn the tide if you are a little in over your head or if you're struggling. So depending on which one of these you would like, lose fewer items when you faint, or faint less frequently, or stay in good health. Basically, once you use it once, it disappears. So no wishes for me, please. I will rely on my own abilities. And I've never found myself ever needing to use that, so not gonna worry too much about it. Now, also, before we leave one more time, don't worry, we're almost there. I would like to speak to Anvin, and we can actually purchase crafting recipes. So a remedy for 2 bugwort blooms. I think I'm good, actually, on all of this. I would not recommend getting any of these for the time being, just because they're not super useful. But we can maybe buy some, let's see, take a look at his materials maybe. Yeah, he doesn't have any black tumblestones, so he is of no use to us. And because we're kind of running a little bit over time in what I expected to do so far, I think we're gonna step out here and we'll do this next time. Or do we dare? I feel like I haven't spent that much time. Here, you know what, let's finish off the exploration of town. Let's take a look at Aunt's Clothier and purchase some new clothing items. So we can change clothes or buy them here, clearly. But as far as things are concerned, you get hats and you have to buy them separately in color, which makes sense. But I'd rather just buy an expensive hat and then be able to swap out whatever colors I want out of it and then call it good. So we have that, we have the woven hat, the festival mask de la Shinx, the festival mask de la Bidoof. And like I mentioned before, there are some really funny things you can do in making these things, but inventory is a little limited at the moment, so we'll stick with what we have there. The everyday kimono, I think we have in white, so we won't worry too much about it. It just, a lot of these outfits just don't really look that great either. So I don't know, I feel like if you're the female character, it's a little bit more pleasant to look at, not in like a weird creepy way, but it just like the clothes fit the male character so weirdly. So I don't know. But we also have karate gis. There is an outfit that we are gonna find eventually that I like a lot, so. And then I never buy any sandals or anything. Sometimes I'll buy some glasses, usually just the dark slate because my eyesight is just horrendous, even after surgery. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. My vision is so much better, but just reminds me of how bad it used to be, and the fact that I don't have to worry about contacts or solutions or, I don't know. It's been such a joy. And it's been almost a year since I've had that, so that's cool. Okay, now, you, Edith. So we can get her hair styled for 500 Pokebucks. But you have to go inside first before you can see what she can do. She wants money at the door, so that's a pretty good business venture there. Also, it looks like her mirrors are broken too. So with this, hairstyles also will come as time goes on, but at the moment we are fairly limited. But keep in mind that these hairstyles are gender specific, so I don't think the female character would get these haircuts. Like, yeah, shorn. This is probably the one I'm gonna go with, the old curled, because my hair is actually incredibly long. And then we got braids. So we'll definitely get a bunch more, and then you can also change the color. And usually I'll just go pure black, because slate is like weird. It's like this ashy fake black, so that's good. Or you can change it to white. So, but you have to pay every time you want to get that haircut. You don't just keep the hair like money. So we'll go with that. And I will also change my eyebrows. There we go. I could be like a weirdo. There we go. Just a drag queen in my off time. Yeah. So there we have it. Confirmed, please and thank you. And then afterwards, when she grows my hair out extensively by cutting it down, voila! This is our finest dead hair wig we've got. Yes, she will force the hat on her head, or we could leave it off, but I'll put it back on. I usually will have like the ponytail because that's actually closer to my hairstyle, minus like the bangs in front or whatever, but this works out too. Yes. So it's me, hooray, or as much of me as it could possibly be. We also have some children here just playing in the sand. Folks come here to Hisui because there's no place for them back home. All right, Waka, why don't you go back and play a little bit more Blitzbomb before hanging out over here. We got Show. Nice. He is not faux show. Okay, well, I hope this wasn't the most boring thing in the world for you all to experience, but next time on the game, we go out and we experience our first dose of a frenzied / alpha fight. The frenzy part actually comes later, but Mai has a hell of a lot of exposition to go through, and I would just not like to have, you know, multiple 1 hour episodes in a row. All right, take care, and I will see you here, somewhere around here, next time. I think at the end of these videos, I am gonna put like playlists and next video tags on them. You know, just try to take care of it a little bit. I don't do it for a lot of my projects, but I feel like if we're doing longer episodes, he would only be polite. Thanks for sticking around, by the way. This is usually the part of the video that people would have clicked off by now, but I will stop running around and let you enjoy the music.